So the East All-Stars will get a look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Jason Tatum. And there's Bradley Beal. And there's Embiid. And it's Irving in at the point guard.
Well, one of the very best big men at handling the ball. Jokic's moves and creativity really set him apart as a big guy.
Got a piece of it. LeBron with it. Guarded now by Irving. Here's James, and James throws it down hard.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
One-on-one here. And LeBron throws it down hard.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
About a minute played so far here in the first. The pass to Irving from deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control. Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Here's Irving following the basket by LeBron James. And James with a clear path to the hoop. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Defensive foul.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Poked away. Curry with the steal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first 2 minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
Paul George is checked in for the West. Paul comes in for Stephen Curry. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Now he really enjoys the camaraderie this weekend brings. Everybody gets a break in the season. They can breathe a little bit, enjoy the events, enjoy the game. And he said it couldn't come at a more perfect time for his team. They've been grinding all season, so this is the best of both worlds.
No good from Irving. West All-Stars off to a quick start here. Here's Paul. Got it. Good job in the low post.
They wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
It's Solomon to Kumbo. Here's George. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Chris Paul picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the West. Sabonis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Outside, Beal.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Doncic with the bucket.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Irving. He kicks to Tatum. Sabonis with the block.
Outstanding defensive instincts by Sabonis. Really good timing when to rise up to reject shots.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
So for the West, Jaylen Brown's checked in for Luka Doncic, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Chris Paul. And then for the East, Zach LaVine comes in for Kawhi Leonard, and Mike Conley subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played, and there's Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Simmons is checked in.
On defense, George able to use all of that length and athleticism to deny the shot.
And it's George finishing it off.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Lillard. A big group substitution here for the East. Williamson is checked in for Joel Embiid. Julius Randle comes in for Tatum. James Harden, he's checked in for Beal. And it's Mitchell in for Mike Conley.
West All-Stars foul call.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the game.
First personal foul.
That free throw good from Randle.
You know, it takes young guys a little while to figure it out, and after 4 up-and-down seasons with the Lakers, Julius Randle joined New Orleans in 2018, busted out for over 20 points per game with the Pelicans.
And it's Brown that time on the assist by Lillard.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now, here is Harden. Randle kicks to Harden.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Mitchell wide open. Drills it from outside.
You know, as a distributor and dime dropper, Harden has really got a nice eye for how to get teammate shots and does a really good job setting up a shooter.
LaVine against George. Driving inside. Good on the shot. George has got 8 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Mitchell kicks to Randle. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. He's got 5.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No free throws good from Lillard.
During the seeding games in the 2020 bubble, Damian Lillard carried the Blazers to the playoffs. I mean, Dame averaged 37 a game. That included a ridiculous 61-point explosion. How about that wonderful floater he had, showing off an exquisite touch.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Jokic comes in for Domantas Sabonis, and Curry subbed in for George. Wasted no time on that one.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Williamson, and they get it back, and they're able to recover. And that's out of
Lock
bounds.
that
The
shit,
East
boy.
All-Stars will keep it. Vucevic checked in for the East.
All-Stars. Nikola Vucevic.
On defense, the West All-Stars. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Curry gets the bucket.
And the shot making of Curry really unmatched. Shots like that one, the tough ones, Stephen just makes it look easy.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The East All-Stars shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night, and he makes the first.
An all-star caliber talent now in the league, LaVine has shown a real fire and hunger to continue to improve.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the West All-Stars. A three ball, and that's good. Stephen Curry for three. Curry's got 5 now.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Lillard way outside. Randall grabs the board. Harden has a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
You got to come to expect this from Harden. I mean, he'll take
Let's
whatever
go. You guys seen that, right? You guys seen that. Let's go.
And
Three
so
shots.
it's the West All-Stars rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
The buzzer.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen from the West All-Stars, what's your take so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's working. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Luka Doncic. LeBron James is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Gobert in at the center position. So that's the West All-Stars 5 as we get into the second quarter. Knocked loose. For three, Mitchell. LeBron grabs the miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Mitchell against Paul. And here's the fast break. And the rejection by Harden. And here's the break. James has a two-pointer, and James throws it down.
Really amazing. Absolutely astonishing how accomplished Antetokounmpo is on defense. I mean, he's disruptive wherever he is on the floor defensively.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep
Still made
there.
it.
It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused at the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. The East making a switch. Tatum, he's checked in for Randall. Leonard comes in for Levine. Bradley Beal's checked in for James Harden. And it's Mike Conley in for Mitchell. Here's Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
For the finish, and Doncic throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Good work there as it goes.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Catching up on changes for the West. Sabonis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Paul George in for LeBron. George with the bucket.
And you know what? The high release point George has helps him, especially when really challenged by the defense.
Leonard attacking, and Embiid gets it to go.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Sabonis, good, and Paul gets the assist.
How about how well Sabonis uses his size? They're powering right through the contact.
That's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Gobert with it. Leonard picks him up. Fast break. Here we go. Here's George. And the rejection by Tatum.
How about the craftiness from Tatum? He plays smart, quick hands on defense, and able to block the shot.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Simmons checked in for Gobert. Curry comes in for Luka Doncic. And Lillard subbed in for Chris Paul. And these All-Stars also making a switch. Williamson is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Lillard's gone 2 of 3 shooting from deep here. And it's Paul George with the foul.
Paul George.
That is his first foul of the game. Jokic, he's checked in for the West. Jaylen Brown comes in for George.
Nikola Jokic. Jaylen Brown.
Shot to stop the run, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Well, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks, double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there. Outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Curry. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Curry's got 7.
I'm not sure there's another player in the league that a coach would have more confidence in taking that shot than Steph Curry.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Levine's checked in. .136 left to play in the first half. Passes it to Conley. Levine deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. Randall's checked in for the East. James Harden comes in for Bradley Beal. A minute 20 left to play here in the second quarter. Brown finds Simmons. Here's Jokic. Lillard with it. He's got 10. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And already his third foul. It'll be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here.
Levine at the line for 2.
Free throw good, Levine.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Mike Conley. Simmons with it. Now defended by Randall. Here's Jokic. And he overthrew it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
Anytime Curry gets a look from deep, he's letting it fly. And he's probably knocking it down, too.
Lillard against Mitchell. And it's sent back by Jokic. Here's Curry. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 12.
Curry does not just hurt you from deep. He is a clever finisher on the drive. Lethal at penetrating and finishing.
Levine, no good, unable to end this run.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That one drops for him. 14 points for him.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Now, here's Mitchell. And here's Harden for three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the West All-Stars opening up a huge gap.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. NBA on 2K. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Kenny, your thoughts on the West All-Stars first half?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. We could only beat ourselves.
And over to Shaq. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Click.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Curry has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Irving is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Embiid in at center. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it.
East ball.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's Leonard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Eastern All-Stars ball.
Here's Irving. Out of bounds. It'll be the West All-Stars ball.
That's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Doncic against Beal. The shot, no good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. And James picks up the foul. That's
James.
foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
It's still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Irving kicks to Beal. Clock at 4. For 3. It's rebounded by the West.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Curry, good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Shot from free throw range. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
You know, Embiid does most of his work inside, but he's pretty comfortable in the mid-range, too. The elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Knocks it loose. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Leonard against LeBron.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
The East All-Stars have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. So the West ends up going with the new group. Vucevic checked in for the East. Mike Conley comes in for Kyrie Irving. Paul with the bucket.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Paul's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert.
Stop fouling.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus.
Take off the foul,
Go to the line to shoot 2. The East All-Stars haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And Toronto went all in with the Kawhi Leonard trade. Well, the Raptors were rewarded with the Claw delivering Toronto their first NBA title in 2019. Great to see a front office going for it and ultimately claiming that ring.
George against Leonard, and he drives in, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And doing a nice job using the bounce to force the issue. Kawhi earning that trip to the line.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Leonard hits them both. And the West All-Stars have possession. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-Star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. Conley finds Vucevic. And it's sent back by George. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. Julius Randle's checked in for the East. That's to Conley. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And a miss there on the triple. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Poke loose. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Good on the bucket. Paul's got 11 in the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Sabonis with the steal. Pass to Paul. flying to the right, but drops in for it. And that's now 18 points for Chris Paul. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And here's Brown outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Brown's got 8 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Sabonis. And he uses the glass on the way.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Catching up on changes for the West. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Gobert. Ben Simmons comes in for Sabonis. Doncic is checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Lillard subbed in for Chris Paul. And then for the East, Zion Williamson's checked in for Vucevic. Zach LaVine comes in for Tatum. And James Harden subbed in for Bradley Beal.
Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Here's George. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here. Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Harden outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 8. The deep 3 from George. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the West All-Stars. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Simmons, Damian Lillard out there with Stephen Curry, and it's LeBron James, and it's Giannis in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. And stolen by Simmons. Inside, the kick out to LeBron, shoots from the corner, and the jumper falls for him. James has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the West All-Stars. And it's Harden with the ball for the East All-Stars. Curry with the steal. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
I tell you what, it's just one of those nights where Curry finds a rhythm and just keeps on flowing. This show never gets old.
Here's Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Jokic has checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then for the East All-Stars, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Harden. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Eastern All-Stars ball.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
Jaylen Brown.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Clock at 6. Mitchell looking it over. Here's Embiid. The shot misses. Now the West All-Stars the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
You look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad. Just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
Leonard against James, and stolen by LeBron. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Nailed from three-point land.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
And they've really made the most of all those chances they've had from these turnovers. It's really driving their offense right now. Actually, it's their best offense.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by the West All-Stars.
From deep LeBron. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Here's Levine. And it's sent back by Lillard. Up top, Brown. Guarded by Levine. A nice shot by LeBron.
So demoralizing. A helpless feeling for a defender to be that tight on LeBron and still not be able to stop him.
Here's Mitchell. The East All-Stars check on two more.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
He dialed that one up from long distance. Got 10 points now. Just in this quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now the pass to Embiid. Back to Mitchell. Leonard inside. James cover. And James picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And some changes here for the West All-Star. Sabonis, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. And Paul subbed in for James. And then for the East All-Stars, Tatum comes in for Williamson. And Beal subbed in for Levine.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
It's good from long range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. The West making some changes. Gobert comes in for Jokic. And it's Paul George in for Brown. Vucevic check. In for the East. Conley now comes in for Mitchell. And here's George for 3. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out. of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Conley, they get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
Quite honestly, Vucevic is highly skilled at getting defenders to be physical with him. I mean, he's welcoming of contact, especially when he's going up for his shot.
Curry's checked in for the West. And a switch here also for the East. Randall's checked in.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that misback. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Western All-Stars ball.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Here's Gobert. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Guy was when he entered the league. Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
Did I just do that? Give me that. You guys see that, right? Watch. Watch. You gonna go up? Give me that. Let me go slow motion. He really just goaltend, right? Is that a goaltend? Is that goaltend? Is that goaltending? You guys, comment down below. Is that goaltending? I think that was goaltending.
Curry looking it over. Launches a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 27 points.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Randall kicks to Conley. Tatum on the wing. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Look at Tatum get up. I love whenever he goes up with that kind of aggression and force. He's not messing around at all. Taking names and making statements.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Curry with the steal. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're ahead. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Paul with the steal to the middle. George, that's a two-pointer. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Paul George. such an assertive and confident player who knows exactly when he's in position to get that catch and shoot off.
Beal. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Deep. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
You guys see that? Look at the box score. Team comparison. How many steals did I... Oh, dunks. 15, okay. I did, yeah, a lot of fouls, okay. 3 points, okay. 2,000 points, period. Where's the steals at? Oh, 34 steals. You only had 3. 9 blocks. Like, 65 down. Oh my God, that's just crazy. Biggest lead, 110 points lead. Ah, that's crazy. Look, and I had less ball than them. Time of possession. They had more. And I scored a lot. Wow. You guys, this is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys share this video and comment down below. And see you later.